misfit single dad.
In the early days of man, created in a lab.
A pack of wild dogs to aid us in our fight. Attack the mayor now!
While defying racial love, plus the greatest project out.
A sacrifice to something planet must be made to save our phones. I'll fight that bitch in court for custody of my son.
He's 23.
Something planet, you're my golden boy. What have we done? What have we done? I murdered my only son. SomethingPlanet.com has just begun.
Something Planet was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Something Planet Podcast, episode number 529. Welcome to it. I'm your host, John J., and with me are some of my comedian friends. Give it up for Matt Fernandez and Johnny B.
Hey,
There,
529. That's crazy.
Yeah, 529 episodes. I've had Matt here before. Matt is, his large body has already broken several things inside of the studio.
I can't be contained.
Look how big he is. You look so much bigger than you sound.
Thank you.
And I got Johnny B here. I think this is the first time you've been on Something Planet, Johnny.
I've been on streaming, but never here in studio.
You've never been in studio. This is the first time in studio. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for dropping by the studio and hanging out with me.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Matt and I are big in totally different ways. Like, he's big in like a imposing kind of weird, big Bigfoot kind of way, and I just look like a bag full of wet laundry.
Yeah, you're like, you're like a big bag of stuff.
Yeah, it's really pathetic.
Matt
This is
is
cool.
just-
I'm not insecure about any of this at all. I love that we're starting with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt is just kind of like you ever seen Aaron Judge play for the New York Yankees? Like, he looks too big to play baseball. He looks ridiculous holding a bat in his hands. That's how Matt looks right now with a microphone.
I always thought that Aaron Judge looked like a South Park version of Derek Jeter. Like, if they were like, Aaron Judge or Derek Jeter found an extra chromosome and they named him Aaron Judge. Like, I hit ball. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, he does look like he could be special needs, possibly.
Are we talking about me?
No,
Still?
we're not talking
Okay.
about you. You don't look retarded, Matt.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the nicest thing we've said about me so far.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad you guys are here, and I'm going to stop being mean to you.
I doubt it.
I'm looking for my notes right now, and oh yeah, I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, the Olympic Games is coming up. Have you guys talked any about this? You've talked about it on the radio, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I talked a couple times. I actually pulled up a list of all the sports being played. I had Murillo, another comedian friend of ours.
Right.
I had him on last week, and he had no idea what most of the sports were. But he really, besides football, I don't think he understands sports at all.
Right. Yeah, he's a savant.
He didn't believe.
He's a non-athletic Jew.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he knows a lot about he's a football expert.
He is a football. Yeah, he knows a lot about football.
I mean, he can't play it physically.
God, no.
If you had me in your pool for the first anti-Semitic remark, you lost. No, but he didn't know some of the sports were even in the Olympics at all. There's a lot of surprises this year. If you're not up
the
on
one
it.
we were talking about last episode is breaking.
Yeah, dude, I'm so
That's
excited.
the new one.
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing.
No shit.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So it's going to be a bunch of like kids. I guess they're calling it. The categories are B-boys and B-girls.
Whoa. Wow. Easy. You know, there's a lot of countries that are going to have be-thems out there doing head spins and doing windmills, and you got to figure out what's inside those baggy pants.
Do they wear baggy pants, or do they have to wear
I-
like gymnastic attire?
I would hope that they don't have to wear gymnastic
I want
attire.
Kangol hats. I want wife beaters.
Guys-
Boys
Yeah.
and girls.
I saw the preliminaries. They are B-boyed and B-girled and B-they'd out like a motherfucker.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Who did
Yeah, I
we
love
send?
it.
Who are our best and brightest B-boys?
Kids. They're all
They're all
kids.
children, right?
It
Yeah,
would
they're
be weird. It'd be weird if I knew.
Yes.
It'd be weird if I just started naming break dancers.
You know, it's Bedazzle from Columbus.
What if we were watching and it's like, and coming out next we have, and it's just some dude from Tampa that's like 40.
That'd be sweet.
Well, no, if somebody, it's like the old schoolers that were popular in the 80s, like Turbo and Ozone from Breaking and Breaking 2. But they're now like 55 years old. I think one of them's dead.
I just watched Breaking for the first time.
What?
It's so gay.
Ain't no stopping.
And I don't mean that like as a hateful slur. I mean it's
Like,
genuinely
You mean
homosexual.
gay? So you don't mean gay in like a bad way?
No,
it's just
I mean not in
very
a good
gay.
way either.
You mean like Special K is gay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I guess.
It was a hard watch. but
Yeah, the
we
broom
finished it.
dance totally sucked dick. Go back and watch it.
Jesus. Well, our generation's version of breaking is what you got served,
Oof.
which is what we call the name
I didn't catch that one.
of the last episode. Yeah,
More gay.
it was more gay. Yeah.
Really?
You got
Interesting.
served dick.
There was a lot of snapping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
A lot of snapping across the face area.
A lot of sucking. Yeah.
God. Can't wait to watch it.
And then there was
Again.
coming up later in the show, we're actually going to be talking about the best and worst sports movies of all time. I don't know if you guys.
Is Breaking a sports movie now? Because it's the Olympics.
Well, now it's a sport. Yeah,
It's a sport.
Now that it's a sport,
Yeah.
it's considered a sports movie. Yeah.
You have to go down to your local Blockbuster and see
that's
what
my worst.
category.
Go ahead and knock it out now.
Go ahead and knock it
That's
out.
my
At the worst. I mean, there's got to be one worse than that. Well, actually,
Breaking
no.
2, Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
We can create one. It wouldn't take long.
No, you can make a bad sports movie. I saw a sports movie. I forget if it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. Yeah, because it was before the Russian invasion of Ukraine. But it was a Russian movie in the Dunedin International Film Festival that was all about fencing. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a
Swords with balls on the end.
It's hard to make a bad sports movie.
That's
like
what-
there are
I'm a
not a lot
sucker.
of them. It has to be a bad sport for it to be a bad
Curling.
sport.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
a sucker for sports movies. I
Yeah.
just really am. You know, it's just like I don't even care about the sport. I'll just be into it.
If it's one of the big four, it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, but even if it's not, like I like
Even
Wim-
soccer movies, pretty
I like
good.
Wimbledon. It's a romantic
Actually,
comedy.
King Richard, not bad. Pretty
King
good
Richard,
movie.
yeah, not bad, not a bad movie at all.
Could
But
you
anyway.
imagine the trailer for a curling movie? Because there has to be a story behind it, right? So like, it has to be a feel good story. It just starts off with like this lady. She's like sweeping the kitchen, and her husband's yelling at her. He's like, "This goddamn house is a fucking pigsty. I'm sick of this shit." And she's
You
like,
piece of garbage.
he's like, "That's it. I'm going with my buddies to play sports." And they're like playing like some softball league or something gay. And then like she's just sweeping, and all of a sudden it's like, she needed something for herself. She's like, if there was only something I knew how to do.
Oh, she'd probably be speaking
That was a
Spanish.
pretty
Let me stop
good-
you right there.
One woman, one chance to make something of herself. And then somebody sees her through the window sweeping, and the guy's got like, his coach's
That's
uniform
the
on.
goddamn best sweeping
goes,
I've ever seen.
None of us know what a curling coach would look like.
Okay, well, it's pathetic, right?
Anyone could play this role.
It's
Best
me. It's me in a.
sweeping
It's me
I've
in a
ever
polo.
seen in my whole life.
The guy goes, "Look at that. Look at the way she sweeps that floor." And he just knocks on the door, and she's like, "Can I help you? We don't have solicitors." And he's like, "Sweep that floor for me one more time." And then it's like, yeah, and then that's the story. Like, he takes her in, and she just starts sweeping in front of the curling fucking puck.
It just goes right where she wants it to go.
Yeah,
It's just
dude.
perfect.
So
I
good.
kind of like curling. I mean, I smoke a lot of weed though, so it's kind of one of those sports where you're like, are they going to be able to do it?
I would like to try curling. Just get blackout drunk and try it. But we don't have any ice.
Yeah, I mean, we could just get drunk at the Cheesecake Factory at the mall, and then we could just bring our own curling equipment to the ice rink that's on the same floor of the mall, and then we could try it out.
I didn't know we had an ice rink.
You don't need one. Have you ever tried to walk in the Cheesecake Factory? They do something in the floor. The one.
Oh, it's very slippery.
I don't know what
it's
it is.
greasy. It's greasy.
Dude, it freaks me out. We go to the one in Brandon once in a blue moon. I stopped going because they put the calories underneath every item. Like, they're they're taunting
They're like,
you.
you're a piece of shit.
And everything
Yeah,
there.
one piece
Yeah.
of cheesecake is like
It actually
2,000 calories.
1,300 calories, comma Johnny B.
It really does, dude. No matter what you order, it's like, fuck you, 4,000 calories. But the floor is slippery as shit. So every time we go, I'm gonna put on some shoes that are like my most anti-slip shoes. So I'm looking like a dork going to the mall because I'm afraid I'm gonna do a full
wearing
split.
anti-slip Crocs.
Fucking nurse shoes.
Bro, I feel like I'm gonna do a full split in the middle of goddamn Cheesecake Factory over some dulce de leche cheesecake and pull a hamstring. And I ask my wife, I go, Are you sliding in here? She goes, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's slippery as shit in here every time we come here. I go, why do we come here? This is a dangerous place.
I feel like that's definitely true. I had recently been in one because I would never go to a Cheesecake Factory on purpose. You know, it was like somebody's birthday that they wanted to go there, and I tried it. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it was very slippery, so I don't think you're lying about that.
There's one item I go for. It's not even cheesecake. It's the Buffalo Blasters.
That sounds like a hate crime.
I don't care. I would perform one.
It's like how I would describe my shit.
It's a Buffalo Blaster.
I took a Buffalo Blaster this morning.
Let me explain what it is. Okay, so they take wonton and they stuff it with shredded chicken and buffalo sauce and cheese, and they fold it into like a giant honky rangoon, and then they batter it in what can only be described as fake chicken skin. They deep fry it. So it's like crispy, and then you bite into it, and it just oozes out chicken and buffalo sauce and cheese.
I don't know if you're making it sound appetizing.
It's so good.
I'm a sucker for crab rangoon, so you had me there,
Dude.
Like that's one of my
It's a
fucking
Buffalo
go-to fat foods.
Rangoon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Some fat guy in Buffalo created
Basically, you
those.
just put it in a wonton and fry it. Anything can be good.
Anything deep fried. Like,
So,
you know,
jizz in a wonton.
I mean,
deep fried.
for somebody.
It's not what I would pick first, but it's probably not bad.
You know,
For
if it were-
everybody
if
on
it-
the-
if it came in the
If
sampler,
I had to eat jizz,
That's what they served for craft services during the filming of Breakin'.
yeah, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
we have
Breaking-
Buffalo Blasters and Jizz Blasters.
Just jizz everywhere.
So we're talking about sports. You're not a big baseball guy, but I did finally convince you to go to a baseball game with me on
just because
Friday
Jimmy
night.
Eat World's playing.
Yeah, I
after.
had to taunt him with Jimmy Eat World.
That's right up my alley, man. They were fucking big when I was in high school. So
Yeah, they were huge when we were
Jimmy Eat World.
young, and well, even up until like probably mid-20s, I think they were pretty big. I remember seeing them. And now we're old people, and they're playing at the after the
Fuck
baseball
yeah.
game.
That's when you know you've hit middle aged, when all your favorite groups are playing after baseball games
or
and
the state fair.
Rib Fest.
Yeah, Rib
God
Fest.
damn it.
I was looking at some of the other acts. They got T-Pain. They got some decent acts.
That doesn't make it better.
No, I know. Let me have it. Shut up.
I mean, kids today would be like, T-Pain, oh, you mean the guy that won the Masked Singer? You know, like, they don't know who that is.
I was at a Rays game like 5 years ago, and they go, "Oh, it's concert night." And I said, "Oh, I didn't know." And I said, "Well, who's performing?" And we're like in the ninth inning. They said, "MC Hammer," and I went, "Oh, cool," and I just left.
Did you do this that way?
Yeah, I actually ran out, like doing the Running Man, in giant Aladdin pants, like a jack off.
Yeah, I would watch MC Hammer just because I was really into him when I was like 7 years old. So like if he was
I would
performing,
I would have done what Johnny did.
I would watch it. You've got to.
There's only one song you want to hear, and I'm not going to sit through a whole MC Hammer set
Yeah,
because I know
that's-
he plays it at the end.
Yeah, and that's not even really his song.
No, it's really not.
It's not really his song. You know. It's,
Wait a minute, are you telling me rappers from the 90s just sampled other popular songs?
also in the 2000s.
still happening
yeah,
right
it's
now.
still happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Like Kanye West is a genius. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking Daft Punk song.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, the older you get, the more you recognize the samples too, because you have so much more music in your catalog.
Right,
And you-
Dude,
Right,
I hear the
recognize
beat and I'm like, what is that original song?
Yeah.
I go backwards and actually like the original song a little bit more now.
yeah, I appreciate it more. You go to obscure concerts all the time, right? You're a Chili Peppers guy.
That's
right?
not that obscure.
Seems pretty obscure, right?
They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But yeah,
Okay,
I
but
also
yeah.
go to like random.
But you
like,
go to weird
yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
you know? Like, but what is the weirdest guys, or what is the, you know?
I went and saw Gore on mushrooms in like 2009.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty weird.
It was like 1 a.m. It was a horrible decision.
That
It was
seems like
bad.
you're asking for
It was
a bad
real
trip.
bad.
Yeah. You're like, why am I
It wasn't
here?
a bad trip. I just couldn't fall asleep. And it was
Oh.
a music festival, so I was just like up for like 30 hours or something.
That is the shitty thing about drugs at a music festival, because like when you're ready for the drugs to be worn off, they are not.
Yeah.
And then
you can't take them too late.
and then you're
kids.
really tired at like 8 a.m. when the sun's
Yeah.
out, and it's 90 degrees.
You said obscure. I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I went to a Ukrainian harp festival. That was pretty wild. Yeah, shit got nuts, dude. I took 4 melatonin, went to sleep immediately.
I was supposed to go to a Russian. There was a Russian band that was in Ybor City, and I was supposed to go with a buddy of mine, but we like totally forgot, and they had already came. I mean, have you ever seen that band called Little Big?
I don't think so.
It's like a weird Russian band that makes insane music videos.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show it to you guys. It's
man.
pretty strange shit.
I saw the Foo Fighters in Berlin, and that was cool because
well, now
people
that just sounds like you're bragging.
people in Germany don't like dance or do anything while the music is playing. They just stand there and listen. Like no one's jumping up and down. No one's doing
like at
anything.
early
And I
2000s
was like,
indie show.
this is weird. But then I was like,
they're just doing this
I
to
was
the
like,
beat.
no, I was like, I wonder if Germans can't get too rambunctious now because, it would make people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
We all
yeah.
remember what happened the last time a bunch of Germans
Don't
got
swing your arms too much.
all up in arms.
Real mosh parties happen.
Maybe let's just not swing our arms at all.
Germans can't get too excited. And I
Yeah,
was like,
I know.
okay, I get it.
Not for another 100 years
At
or
least,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, another 100 you guys, because no, but I think they do raves in Germany, right?
Oh, for sure.
But they just don't dance at
But
concerts.
like out in the open, they have to go to like a basement of a
Yeah.
industrial complex.
Yeah, it has
A
it
real
has to be-
spookeasy.
It has to be. It has to be the blood rave from Blade.
from Blade. That's exactly what I was thinking.
But country or cultures all over the world are strange like that. Me and Leah went to a comedy. We went to I forget what movie it was, but it was like it was 2010. So when we got married, it was a comedy that we went to see in the theater in like Tokyo because we were bored, and just no one laughs at the jokes.
It probably just wasn't funny.
Was it in English?
No, I mean
Like you could
there's
understand it?
subtitles. Or no,
Oh,
it was
there's
in
subtitles.
English, but it
Oh.
was subtitled for them.
Oh, okay.
So like they were reading it.
yeah,
and
they
I
got to
was-
read even in their own country. That's how good we got Japan.
Well, no, I mean Japan. I think they prefer subs to dubs in Japan for sure. Yeah.
Did you pay attention to what it was? What if it was a comedy called Hiroshima or something? It's like they were just
It's a
like
comedy called Look Out.
It was on Hiroshima Day, so maybe that was insensitive.
See?
That was laughing so loud. No,
it's a bad day.
no, we were getting glares.
It was
because
Oppenheimer. He was just calling it a comedy.
Oh man!
I did not say
Yeah.
that. The views of the comedians I bring on the podcast are not the views necessarily.
Oppenheimer the musical.
Look at it explode.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, "Well."
Oh, I forgot I could just like exit the scene. Cool. Now I'm not even on camera.
It's probably safer that way.
I could just turn myself off. Yeah, now my face is not part of this.
I'm trying to get canceled, so just keep it
man.
right here, buddy. That's what I need.
Now I don't even remember what the fuck we're talking about obscure concerts. That's right. I don't even know what weird ones I've been to now that I'm thinking about it. I saw Blink 182 before Travis Barker. That's pretty obscure.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess. it was
I
probably
saw
like,
Uncle Luke like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, I saw 3-6
Miami.
Mafia one time in like a rural bar.
Uncle Luke just had women lined up behind him facing that away from the crowd. And he was like, don't turn around. You just shake your ass the whole time. Just fucking, that's all they did. The whole
Nice.
time.
All they
For like
did?
half an hour, like his whole set.
I
They
wonder
just,
how much they got paid for that.
not enough.
Not
What's your
enough.
dignity worth?
Put that as a skill on your LinkedIn. see what happens.
Shake my ass for 3 hours straight. That's Speaking of shaking your ass for 3 hours straight, it's probably time to do an ad read. I wanna talk about the carry cart. Have you guys seen the carry cart? Do you guys know what this is?
Is that a cart where somebody throws pig blood all over a lady? Because that would be fucking awesome.
Solid. That was solid.
It's the let me go over here. Let's see. It's the carry cart. Why? Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. Sorry. All right, so let's check out this carry cart. It is here we go. I got it.
I just bought it.
You just bought it now. Okay.
I already bought it.
Check it out. So yeah, this is the worst ad read of all time, but I wanted to show the thing. They told me I had to show it on the screen. So now it's showing on the screen. It is the only cart that is 4-in-1, okay? It is a trolley, it's a dolly, it's a hand truck, and it's a step ladder. It folds into all these things.
Oh, it's a physical thing.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
physical. What did you think I was selling?
I thought it was like an app.
I thought it was a concept.
Everything's an app now, John.
It's just a concept. It's just an idea that you pay for.
Yeah.
It's an NFT.
This is a GoFundMe.
No, this is Tom Wise's thing that he sells on HSN.
Carry Cart just did a killer 1 minute on Kill Tony.
So if you go to carrycart.com, that's carrycart with 2 Ks, and you put in the code SP at checkout, you are going to get $20 off your very first carry cart.
How many Luke booty dancers could you fit in the average Carry Cart?
Let me look right here, and it actually says here at the bottom of the screen, it hauls 400 pounds. So
There you
that's
go.
That's at least 3.5. That's at least.
Yeah. I was like, I was doing the math. That tracks.
That tracks. Yeah, at least 3.5.
The half is a midget, in case you were wondering.
Midget with
Half
a
is just
huge
an ass
ass.
with no body or head.
Midget with a huge ass. We're also brought to you by random-fandom.com. That's random-fandom.com. We have a bunch of really funny shirts on there, and they are on sale for $16 for a limited time. So check out random-fandom.com. All right, back to the fucking show. We don't have to show random-fandom anymore. You guys are both... I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys are both filming a special this year in 2024 in the same month, I think. You guys
really?
He's doing November.
You're doing November, and you're
I'm
doing
doing December.
Oh, you got to tell me the date for that, because you did ask me to be there.
21st.
21st. Before Christmas,
Yep.
It's like Christmas come early. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
So let's talk about these specials real quick. Johnny's, yours is in November.
Yep.
And you just announced it the other day.
Yeah.
Tell us about where are you doing it?
I'm super nervous. Richie's Suncoast Theater in Newport Richey, beautiful downtown Newport Richey, not to be mistaken by Newport Richey Beach. No, it's a cool old theater. I think we've probably all performed there at one point or another.
I think so.
I've been there a few times, and it's being filmed by my good buddy Joe Davison, who is not only an actor, but he's a filmmaker. Does mostly horror movies, which is cool.
Matt's writing down. He's just going to steal your director. He's like, yeah, I'm going to call him right now, and I'm going to undercut him.
But yeah, we're filming it kind of like a movie. I wanted it to be kind of like the old school HBO comedy specials with an interlude and an outro and all that. So it's going to be kind of shot like that. But, it's going to be... It's going to be good. It's going to be an undertaking.
Yeah, I
it's
think
my
it's pretty
first special, almost 25 years in comedy, and I've never done anything formal like this. So this is big. This is Matt's second, and his first one was awesome. It's on Amazon and all that. You got one popping off.
Floating in the ether somewhere.
Yeah.
So, waiting for it to come out.
It's a long time coming, and I've had opportunities, and it's been one of those things where I'm not like a perfectionist, but I'm a procrastinator to the point where
Right.
I always think if I wait a little bit longer, it'll be better. So it's like, I know I could record something, but I'm still not quite where I want to be. I did the same thing with radio and podcasting and all that. It took me a while to kind of jump in until I finally did. So yeah, November 2nd, links will be up soon. we're hammering out. I just came up with the name of the special.
That's what I was just gonna ask, because we
Yeah.
were talking about this last night on the radio, and I floated an idea, and you were like, you actually cut your mic just to tell me to go fuck
I
myself.
almost physically assaulted you. Yeah, it was. It almost
He cut the mics off and shouted across the studio, "Fuck you, Murray."
Yeah, and a caller had a shitty one too. It was like the beehole-tastic, or it's like, get out of here, dude. What did you say? It was called like Johnny B. Hungry or some bullshit.
Still hungry.
Still hungry. I'm like,
That's pretty good, right?
you cocksucker. Yeah. Yeah, let's just make it fat right away. Like,
Hey, you have to burn these fat jokes because you're losing weight too fast. You have to get rid of the fat jokes now.
I'm at a stall right now. I haven't lost weight in a year, but I lost a lot of weight, but I'm still fat. I'm just not like so.
guys, I'm still fat, please.
That might be a good name for the special.
I'm still fat, guys. Please,
Well, that's a little wordy, but just still fat. You know.
just go right to the core of it.
How
Still
about this?
fat.
Breaking 4.
Electric
Skipping 3,
Boogaloo.
just going straight to 4.
No, they had a 3.
Oh,
It
they
was
did.
right to DVD. Yeah, not good.
Electric
Wow.
3 straight to DVD.
That's what it was called. Yeah, but yeah, I was actually going back and forth with Murillo last night because he's one of our smarter comedian friends. He's a writer,
Thanks.
and
Jew.
yeah, he understands business.
That's twice now. All right.
I feel like
Get
you're
in my
beating around the
face.
bush. He loves business. He knows how to save money.
Well, honestly, like
He
the guy,
controls the weather. Just say it.
he controls them. Hey Murillo, we got a vacation in the Panhandle. You guys aren't making anything pop off in another month, are you? Like, just want to know, is it us or Texas? Who's getting it?
Point that space laser somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good though. I'm excited about it. So yeah, I'm just
What is
nervous.
the name you came up with?
It's between like a couple.
I'm in the same place.
Yeah, but it's either going to be called Killed, and there's a reason behind it.
Okay.
There's a story behind it, and you'll figure it out when you watch it. And then there's the final hour, which is also plays into the story.
Okay.
And there's
I like that one based on what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So yeah, I told you what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
surprise, so I don't want
Okay.
any
The final
spoilers.
hour.
I won't
Yeah,
spoil
don't
it.
spoil it.
Yeah. But it's going to be good. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I'm shitting bricks every 2 minutes thinking about it because I get 2 shows, 2 takes, and a lot of specials, they do 3, 4, 5. These big like
That's
Bert
all I got was
Kreischers
2
and-
takes.
Yeah, these like Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, guys like that. They're doing 7, 8 shows.
Yeah, Bert did 6 or 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he just kept adding them as they sold out.
That's
I
the
think.
same thing Segura did with his last one. I
Yeah.
think he had 4 scheduled, but they ended up doing 7 because they all just kept selling out.
Yeah, and he said in an interview that
Good for those fucking guys.
Yeah, good. Yeah, absolutely. But he said in an interview that 90% of his special was all from the first one. Like,
Same with mine.
Yeah.
it was just the first one like hit really well, and it was like, okay, the crowd is kind of small, so it's kind of easier to just do. I think there's one scene in mine that's from the second show, and that's it.
yeah, where I'm shitting bricks is I'm thinking like, what if I flub a line in the same joke on both shows? I'm like, oh,
Well, I guess that joke ain't in the special then.
You know what I
save it for
mean?
the next one.
barf. I mean, it's more editing, everything else.
Yeah,
So-
You just cut to a crowd shot.
yeah. Or just to a
Yeah, cut to a crowd shot, dub it.
I'll do a bunch of clips of me breakdancing in the dressing room.
We got about 4 hours of Johnny B B-roll, and we're gonna have to use it all, guys. It's gonna be a long special.
This is a very obscure special. This guy, before every punchline, it just goes to a clip of him popping and locking in the bathroom. It's so weird.
He's an Olympian.
Yeah.
So let's talk about yours now, real quick, before we start talking about our favorite sports movies.
Yeah, the Marion Theater, baby.
Marion Theater, I did do that a few months ago, and it's a cool theater. It's got
Every show has been such a softball. It was just made so much sense.
It makes sense, yeah, because it's just the crowd is really happy when you're there. They're
Yeah.
just really appreciative that there's something going on.
Something happening in Ocala.
Yeah.
And the theater is actually really nice on the
Yeah,
inside. It
it's-
looks much bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, it's when
It's
you look at it
300
from,
seats, but it looked like if you looked at it, it
right
looks
from the
way bigger.
outside,
Yeah.
it looks kind of tiny, but yeah, it is 300
Yeah.
seats. So are you doing 2 shows?
Not yet. I'm just doing the one so far.
You doing
but
the
if
one?
that sells out, then yeah, I'll add
You're
another.
gonna add it in? Okay.
Yeah. I just did one the first time. when I
Really?
did my first special, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I just
really-
come out and
that's
fucking
terrifying.
nail it.
Well,
and then
I guess
go
yeah,
about my
This
business.
is really fucking good. Yeah. Like, have you guys tried being fucking good?
Yeah. Tom Segura has to do 7.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm Matt fucking Fernandez.
No, but I think you should hear that from most comics. They end up like using the most from the first show.
Yeah.
Because those are the people who bought tickets first and probably the most excited to see.
Right. It's the people that
They
that
got early-
care about
they-
you
yeah,
the most,
right.
basically. So, I guess I am going to open for you on that one, and
Appreciate
that's going to be December 21st in Ocala. One show only, but if it sells out, are the tickets on sale for that now?
Not yet, but they will be in about a week.
What are you going to sell them for?
I don't know, man. I'm not in charge of that shit.
You're not sure. I don't know.
I don't know what mine are either.
Yeah, that's the venue. Call the venue.
Yeah.
Call the Marion Theater.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I had no idea how much my tickets were either.
I'm setting the price.
I was there a year ago. I don't know how much it was then. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing I like about the Marion Theater and the Ritchie Suncoast Theater is that like old ass theaters in Florida all have like the same kind of like weird vibe to them.
They're haunted.
Yeah, it's
They
like a
look
haunted
creepy.
vibe or something. But it's just you just
They look like
feel-
someone in a suit was shot there. Like a long time ago.
like they just all have that same energy about them, you know. And I think that's what makes the shows inside, comedy and plays or whatever. I think that's what makes the shows really good, you know. I think if you're doing, in like a comedy club or like a, just like a school playhouse or something like that, you're not gonna get that same feel of these old ass Florida like professional theaters.
Oh yeah, and I pulled my phone out, so shout out Media Monk because they're filming it.
Media Monk.
Yep.
That's
Nice.
cool. What
I
what
forgot
else
the
have they
company's
done?
name. I met them when I was opening for Mark Norman, and they were filming his sets. And,
Oh, that's
they were very cool, and I asked them all the questions, and they checked all the boxes. So
Okay.
reached out to them, and they're local, Florida. They're out of South Florida.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even like the major comedy specials you see, I'd say 80-90% are shot in theaters the size of Marion or Ritchie Suncoast. They're not shot in like these giant, like unless you're Louis C.K.,
Right.
They're shot in 300-400 seaters because it's big, but it's not gigantic, and you can't really do a comedy club comfortably because you got servers walking around tables. You got,
Yeah, they're trying to
Yeah.
sell wings and
You know what I
popcorn
mean?
and
Like-
stuff, you know?
like we've been well, you guys have filmed specials, but I've been at my friend's specials. I opened for Matt on his first one. I was at JB Ball's, and I've been to a couple others, and it's like you're filming a movie, so you have directives. Like the audience is told, don't get up. If you got to go to the bathroom, go before the shooting. There's no heckling. There's no talking. And I've even been to specials where they're like, laugh even if the joke doesn't land. Fucking laugh because this is on film.
Yep.
Like act like
Yeah,
you're having a
just-
great time.
I was like, I did that. I was like, don't yell out and fucking make this shit sound good.
He didn't tell him to laugh for me. I had a very mediocre set opening
Yeah, it's
for
like,
him.
don't worry about
You had
Johnny.
a great set. Shut
Don't
up.
worry about Johnny. I think that's what I had Brad and Jared open for me for mine. I think they were like, hey, you guys just got to keep the energy up the entire time. Like this is going to be on TV, so just the first crowd was great. The second crowd was pretty good, but they were a little drunk. Because it was in downtown St. Pete and it was at 10 o'clock at night.
That's when you get your crowd work shots. Like,
Yeah, that's
when
what I did a lot.
If I am able to add a late show, I'm definitely going to be looser at the late show.
Yeah. Because everybody's been out to dinner. Everybody's had like 3 drinks at that point. It's going to be
And I
a
already
little...
crushed it on the first show.
And
so I got
you already
nothing-
crushed it on the
I
first
got nothing
show,
to
and
worry
then now
about.
you've drank 3 beers in between shows.
Exactly.
And now you're going to be a little looser.
You know me.
Yeah, that's
You know me too well.
that's my hope too. Is that the first one is so perfect that on the second one, even if it doesn't sell out, I could just use some like little clips here and there, and then maybe do some crowd work,
Yeah.
and just use that. Not even for the special, do it for outtakes maybe at the end, but then use that for reels and stuff to promote.
That's what I
the
should
special.
do. I should go
That's a good
back
idea.
through.
Yeah.
Bloopers.
I should go back through the second showing of mine and cut out some TikToks. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
actually. I
dude.
didn't even think about that.
You're welcome.
Because I cut out a bunch of reels that we kept.
It makes me think of those Comedy Central, like when the credits roll, but they still have like B-roll from their
Yeah,
set.
dude.
That's probably what they did.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
same
really
thing.
cool.
There you go. Yeah, and then if you're doing crowd work and stuff, you can promote the special without giving them any of the actual material.
Right.
So,
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So give us the dates again, and If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can check out Matt and Johnny B's Instagrams are on the screen right now, so it'll be showing all the shows that they got coming up. But yeah, say the dates again.
December 21st.
Ocala.
November 2nd, Newport Richey, Florida.
We're all native-born Floridians, and we got to represent. There's not a lot of us, and even the people that do represent Tampa, a lot of times they go to other cities, and they do not make us look that great.
Yeah. Right.
So we got to represent for sure. Right now, it's time for Massive Media. If it'll fucking play.
It's Something Planet, Massive Media, tonight.
I know that voice.
Everybody knows that voice. It's a cute voice. That is my lovely wife, Leah, not Johnny B's lovely wife, Leah.
Yeah, I can't get my wife to do voiceover work at all.
Not at all?
Yeah, very rare.
It took me a long time to convince Leah to do it, and it took her about 10 takes because she
Your
wouldn't
Leah
stop
is
giggling.
pretty quiet.
I mean, she is
Mine
around.
used to be.
Yours is real mouthy.
Mine is once like if you're around her for a little bit, like not around me, she isn't. She's hilarious at home. Like she's very funny.
Oh, she's funny. Yeah, she's
Potty
great, but
mouth.
She's just like
Yeah.
She doesn't scream or yell or anything.
No. Which sometimes I wish she would. You know what I mean? Like today, I think I'm in the doghouse and I have no idea.
What did you do?
Nothing. I don't
Well,
know.
you definitely did something.
I don't know. I don't know.
I never
mean,
get in trouble.
I fart on the girl and she doesn't hold the grudges. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what you did. I never get in trouble because I have a super huge dong. Yeah, so I can
There
pretty
it
much
is.
just do whatever I want.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty
The ultimate
cool.
get out of jail free card.
Big dong. All right, let's talk about these. Let's talk about these movies. So, what's your favorite sports movies of all time? What are your guys' favorite sports movies? Or
You want to go
I mean,
first?
number one.
What sport is it? I mean, cause
I can do any
sport.
Remember the Titans.
Remember
would
the
be number
Titans
one,
with
yeah.
Denzel Washington?
Denzel. But Rocky 2, also very close.
That's
I love when the wife wakes
those
up
are-
and just tells him to win. And then
Yeah.
I
Just
get
like,
goosebumps
stop
from
being
my
such a
toes
pussy.
to my nose. I'm like, fuck yeah.
I mean, I think you almost have to categorize them as in like mainstream ones, and then like I have some real weird like B.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna. There's also like comedies that are really good.
Yeah, like B level, like maybe movies that people wouldn't even know that are like cult classics in my house that are sports movies.
Right.
Like Johnny Be Good, that I rented because of my name, but it ended up being a football movie with Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr., where he's like the
never
most
seen this.
recruited high school dude. It's from the early '90s. It's amazing.
Which one of them is the football player?
They're both football players, but Anthony Michael Hall is like the star quarterback. He's like Joe Burrow, coming out of a Texas
I'd
high
knock
school.
Anthony Michael Hall on
I was gonna
his
say
fucking ass.
he was like does not strike me as that.
Well, this is
character.
like 2 years after Weird Science, so he kind of was like a little bit more into his body. He was
He'd
okay.
be like Rudy, dead on the field, okay?
But Robert Downey Jr. plays like the backup quarterback that sucks and can never get in the game. And so they're like buddies or whatever. But no, there's a bunch of actors you would recognize. But it's a very funny comedy. And
Johnny Be Good. I feel like
Yeah.
I thought that was about the guitar player that sang that song Johnny Be Good.
Chuck Berry.
I thought that movie was about Chuck Berry this entire time.
Well,
I remember seeing it on the shelf at the video rental store.
the title song for the soundtrack is actually Judas Priest doing Johnny Be Good. Which
Okay.
when I first started doing radio, that was my intro. That Judas Priest version is like the badass version.
Sick.
But no, there's like all kinds of movies like that. But top five, I mean. Obviously, Remember the Titans got to be in the top five just because it's one of those Oscar level type movies. Anything Denzel does pretty much is awesome.
yeah. Even I don't even care that has his same accent in Gladiator 2. I'm like, good.
don't care, yeah.
I'm like, good.
Yeah.
He should. He earned it.
the cool black guy is a cool black guy.
Yeah, like
awesome.
get over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be a cool black
I guess
guy.
that's a sport. I guess that's a sport movie.
Yeah.
Gladiator and Gladiator 2.
Karate
Death,
Kid,
but it's still
Karate Kid
Karate
would be a
Kid,
sports
ooh.
movie.
Karate. Yeah, I mean that's the All Valley.
man.
Yeah.
High thing. I mean, yeah, Karate Kid is up there for me.
Got to put that in there. Sandlot, is one of those classics you got to put in there. It's one of the most quotable movies. Good Lord.
I'll take
News
Mighty
Bears.
Ducks 2.
You
where
think
they play the Iceland team.
Is that what they do?
It's
The
good
V,
shit.
or is that
the
the first
flying
one?
V? Yeah,
the flying
Mighty
V.
Ducks 2.
And they introduce all the characters in the second one. There's like a cowboy and
Yeah.
Keenan Thompson comes in.
Mighty Ducks 2, good. Mighty Ducks 3, bad.
Hey man, they tried to replace Emilio Estevez. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you can't do that, dude. Let's see.
I have a list right here. If you can't
What's
think
that
of one.
old school ice skating movie where the dude was a hockey player, but then he becomes a figure skater? It's like cutting edge.
Blades of Fury?
The cutting edge. Look it up.
The Cutting Edge.
He was a hockey player, but he got hurt, and then he became a figure skater. But he was like, "This is gay," but then he was good at it. So
I feel like this is a dream you had.
that's
the
one.
last
No,
time you had
that's
a
one of those
fever.
like random '80s sports movies that like.
No, I like that.
The
you
Cutting
wouldn't-
Edge. It's a
you wouldn't
film
know it.
series.
Oh, there's more than one? No
guess
shit.
so.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, part 3, he actually starts blowing people in the locker
He
room.
just becomes gay.
He just figures it out. It all
A
comes
temperamental
together.
figure skater and an arrogant former hockey player attempt to win the Olympic gold medal as a figure skating pairs team.
Part 3, he does like a fucking like a spinning triple axel after
Part
he
3
scores
is just
a goal.
Blades of Glory. I mean,
is
that's
called-
just a spin-off.
This is starring Doug Dorsey. Do you know who that is, Johnny?
Sounds gay.
Too
old
many D's.
old Dick and Dorsey.
Yeah,
Best forward.
I don't recognize anybody in this movie except for Terry O'Quinn from Lost.
What about Bloodsport? Is that a sport movie?
Yeah,
It's got
I
the word
guess that's a
sport in
sport,
it.
yeah.
What about fighting to the death?
Well,
Yeah.
it's not necessary. You don't have to kill the guy.
I mean, you should.
but
pussy.
if you can get away with it, yeah.
Yeah,
Just totally
and
kill a
somehow
guy.
they wedged Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds into that movie as a badass, which was good.
So this list right here is showing, and I'll pop that up on the screen. This list right here is showing the 100 best athletic movies. It's showing Rocky as number 1 and Raging Bull as number 2. I didn't like Raging Bull that much.
Me
Raging
neither.
Bull was, yeah.
I thought Rocky
it's
was
too much punching his wife. It's like,
Yeah, I
this,
was
is,
like,
It's called sparring,
this
Matt.
isn't what I wanted.
this is training.
You don't get good without punching something. No, Rocky.
Rocky is Rocky.
Classic,
I can't
dude.
argue
Yeah,
with
just
that.
So
such
we
a good
got
movie.
Hoop Dreams is number 3. That's
I don't
okay.
think I've ever seen that.
I like Coach Carter better than Hoop Dreams.
I've
Number
seen Coach
4
Carter's
is
good.
in my top 5, and that is Bull Durham.
Yeah,
It's,
the good old baseball movies.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
about,
Baseball movies are usually
It's about
pretty good.
Susan
But I would take, like-
Sarandon's pussy is so good
Yeah, dude.
that when she puts it on a player for that season, he gets to go to the majors.
Nice.
The next season, he gets straight
That's
to the
the
majors.
number 1 baseball movie?
That's the number 1 baseball movie. Is
I would take
Susan-
Sandlot. I would take Major
Susan
League.
Sarandon's golden ass pussy.
The Natural.
I mean, I don't like Field of Dreams, but that's such a popular
What
movie.
was the dumb Kevin Costner one where he locked in and he goes the mechanism or whatever. He was like a pitcher and he got traded to like the Yankees or something. What was it called? Can't think of it. It's another.
Tin Cup?
No, that's
No,
golf.
that's golf.
It's a
That's
good
golf.
one.
No.
Oh, is Happy Gilmore a sports movie?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Yeah, that's
in there.
I would say Happy Gilmore is in my top 5. Because
Yes.
that movie, nothing. Adam Sandler is probably the only person to get me to watch a golf movie at that age.
It's my favorite comedy of all time.
Really?
Number one.
Number one
Number one?
comedy period?
Number one.
Wow.
Happy Gilmore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is.
It is
pretty
great.
funny.
I mean, I'm not
I can't
arguing its
shit on it
greatness,
because
but
I mean, I watched it a couple months ago and I laughed the entire time.
it'll always be funny.
It's a perfect comedy. Like you can't find a flaw in it. Like from beginning to end, it's just
Yeah, I mean, I
perfect.
don't hate anything about it. Right. So.
Man, Carl Weathers was on a fucking run.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
He was never in anything bad. He was
Yeah,
just popped
everything
up
was
in
good.
cool shit.
Yeah, Predator. Was
Oh,
that a
fuck.
sports movie?
No.
I mean, there's
The Predator
hunting.
is
He's
hunting them for sport.
He
Yeah.
literally is. He collects their spines as trophies.
Yeah, that's a sports movie.
You can make
Counts.
anything a sports movie if you really wanted to.
Let's see, Miracle. Everybody likes Miracle from
I just watched
2004.
that like
Yeah.
last week.
That's a good
Katie,
one.
Katie had never
Olympic.
seen it.
The Big Lebowski. Why is that?
Oh,
bowling.
here? Number 6. Oh, because it's bowling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I forgot
guess.
that it was bowl. Yeah, they don't bowl a whole lot in that
No.
movie though. Do
It's
they?
not about bowling,
It's not-
really.
yeah. I'd say
Yeah.
Kingpin is a better bowling.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, because that they actually,
They
have to compete.
bowl, yeah.
Yeah, there's like there's bowling stakes are on the line.
Yeah, Bill Murray, fucking great.
Yeah, I
Another near perfect comedy.
That is great.
also.
Yeah, I don't think it
also
should
great.
count as a sports movie unless it has like a sports competition on the line
Okay.
at
yeah, the
some
end.
point in the
Yeah.
movie or at
Okay,
the end.
Yeah, okay.
Most likely it'll be at the end, but so Kingpin, definitely a sports movie.
good.
It's got to be like the sports has got to be like
There's definitely stakes in that one scene where he gets his hand chopped off.
Oh.
spoiler.
Sorry if you haven't seen it.
What about Friday Night Lights? Is that on there? That's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen. It's not in the top 10.
It's high school football, though.
Major
so it's
League
less.
is number 10. OJ Made in America. This is an
That's a
IMDb
TV
list.
show.
So yeah, we're talking
That's
about
a
TV
murder
shows, too.
mystery.
Yeah, that's more of a true crime, I guess.
Right.
It's more of a true crime. So that's number 10, Major League. I watched that recently. It's pretty good.
I'd put that higher.
Yeah, I would put that higher. We Were Kings. I don't know what that one is. That's about George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali. That came out in 1996.
What's that one
Documentary.
with Gene Hackman?
I guess
Hoosiers?
it's-
I bet Hoosiers is
documentaries
pretty
are
high.
movies.
Hoosiers is going to be pretty high.
So number 11 is The Sandlot. Free Solo. That's about.
That's not a sport. I guess it is,
yeah,
but it's
climbing.
a documentary. It's not a
that
movie.
is one of the new Olympic sports this year in Paris is free climbing.
All right, wait, what website are you getting this from?
This is IMDb.
Yeah, they suck.
Are they
Yeah.
really free climbing, or are they like?
No, I'm not.
Is someone
joking.
going to fall to their death at the Olympics? That
No,
would be
no.
pussies.
I'm
That would
watching
be-
it.
That would be awesome.
It's
Yeah.
it's like speed climbing.
Yeah, I know what it. I saw
Yeah.
Free Solo. But it's a documentary. It's not a movie.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Walindas? You know who they are. They're out of the
The Flying Walindas. Yeah,
the tightrope walkers are out of Sarasota. Did you see the one where he went over the Grand Canyon? And I think
And then he just fucking died.
well, no, he didn't
No,
die.
I have no idea.
But it had like 9 million people watching it, and I was telling my wife, I go, "There's not one person that wants him to make it. We're
No.
all watching.
We're all
so
sick.
yeah, we all-
we're
yeah.
we're a sick.
We want to see
species.
him Wile E. Coyote to the bottom of this fucking canyon.
We'll be happy if he makes it. We'll cheer, but in our heart of hearts,
We're like,
we wanted
really
that
wanna
man
see
to
what happens.
fall and die.
We really, really want to see what happens if Evil Knievel goes into the Grand Canyon.
wanted him to be the falling Walinda.
It's kind of boring.
So yeah, there are some sports TV shows that have come out recently that I liked. One of which was Winning Time. Did you guys check that
Oh
out?
yeah, that was good.
I thought that was really good.
was
And
really
we
good.
only got 2 seasons of it, so that's basically about the Lakers-Celtics rivalry of the 1980s.
It's in my queue, and I haven't watched it yet.
It's
Yeah.
it's really
so
funny.
good.
So if you like,
It's Adam McKay.
It's
I mean,
Adam
you
McKay.
can't
So if
go
you like
wrong.
Moneyball or
Yeah.
The Big Short,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
like Winning Time. That
Yeah.
is totally solid. The other one that I recently watched, also about basketball, that wasn't as good, was Clipped.
Lawrence Fishburne and Ed O'Neill were the only reason to watch
They were
that
great.
show. They were great.
They
The
were
rest-
really good. The rest of the cast,
it,
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the trailer, so I didn't even bother.
They made the chicks look like idiots in that show. It wasn't bad. It's not a bad show.
It
Those
was
two
an okay
kill it.
show. It
Ed
was
O'Neill
a
and
miniseries,
Lawrence
so
Fishburne
it does
crush
end very
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah.
What was it, 6 or 7 episodes? Yeah, so
something like that.
that was not as good.
But the basketball players just look like us. Like they look like the normal ass people.
yeah, they just look like normal people.
yeah, they're not
the-
athletic at all.
I thought Friday Night Lights, the TV series, was better than the movie. If you
I
watched
think
it,
that's what everybody
I never
says.
watched the TV show.
it was
Yeah.
five seasons, and it's awesome. Like it.
I mean, the
it's-
movie's pretty great.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
the movie's fantastic. But
The movie's based on a novel, and then is the TV show just like a continuation of the movie?
it's based on like the same high school football team in Texas, but it
Oh,
goes.
so it's like a remake.
yeah, but it's
Okay.
like
Well, the original movie took place in like the early '90s.
yeah, and
So this
so
one
does
is-
the series, I
Oh, it
believe.
does? Okay.
But it's like it follows a storyline. Of course, it's a TV show, so they have to create characters and build characters. But it goes on where it's focused on the coach mainly and a couple of star players, but it also focuses on like he gets a job at another high school that's like on the ghetto side of town after he leaves one. So there's all the Michael B. Jordan's in it and a lot of good actors. It's real good, dude.
I keep passing by that on like Netflix or whatever. I'm like, should I start the
Watch
show
it.
from 12 years ago?
I feel like it's going to be dated. But
You
if
know
it
what I
takes
mean?
place in the '90s, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I started. I was coaching football when I was watching the series, and in the series they don't call people by their names; they call them by number. So it's like, "Hey, 6, what are we doing this weekend?" Blah, blah, blah. So I just started doing that too, and I still do it. Like, Ian Beckles, he's a local radio personality. That played for the Bucks, and I still call him 62 all the time. I was like, "Hey, 62," and he's like, "Man, nobody calls me 62," and I was like, It's like that's what I do. It's like my little fun thing. It's like a little thing.
If you asked me off the top of my head, I could not tell you what number Ian Beckles was.
No.
So that's probably why not everybody does that.
I'm a big
Yeah.
Bucks fan. Well, I'm having dinner with
I do.
them.
I do appreciate that you introduced me to Ian Beckles, and I got to smoke with Ian Beckles.
Pretty
That was
cool, right?
Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We went to Fleming's for dinner because Ian Beckles is he's a big time celebrity. He's like, "Hey, player, you want to go to Fleming's for dinner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go eat really good food with a former Buccaneer who's, I guess, my friend. Yeah, it's really cool." Well, I didn't realize the manager also played on the offensive line with Ian Beckles. So it's Jorge Diaz. He comes walking up to the table in a suit, and I go, 64.
Oh,
Yeah.
that probably made his fucking day.
But what made my day is he goes, "Johnny B." And I went, "Get the fuck out of here." Yeah, so it was really cool.
That is fucking cool.
Do you watch Shoresy?
Shoresy, I started
is
it.
good.
I'm
like
halfway
Shoresy a
through the
lot.
second
It's like
season.
It's like an adult Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, it is like an
It's
adult
like
Mighty
Canada
Ducks.
B League hockey team.
Yeah, not even B League.
Yeah,
Like
D-League,
C
yeah,
or
yeah,
D. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
But it's like
It's a Letterkenny spinoff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
they're
yeah,
just
Yeah, so the guy
degenerate shit talkers. the whole time
so the
on,
character that's shit talking from the toilet in Letterkenny.
Yeah.
This is a series all about him when he moves away from Letterkenny to go to a different team.
Perfect.
it is
Yeah.
good. And the third season just finished.
Oh, did it? So yeah, I gotta really. I'm gonna have
But
to power through
the
some
seasons
of
are
those.
only like 6 or 7.
Yeah, they're only
episodes.
6
Yeah, they're
episodes
short.
because they're Canadian.
Yeah.
What's the comedy football show? Something State. What was that?
Blue
one?
Mountain State.
Blue
Blue
Mountain
Mountain
State.
State.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Alan Richardson, who's probably going to be a huge movie star at this point.
Is that the massive dude?
that's the massive
Thad
dude.
Castle, Jack Reacher.
Yeah,
that dude?
Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
He's
He's fucking huge.
him and the guy from Twisters, I guess, are the final two in the running for Batman, for James Gunn's.
He's too
Batman.
big to be Batman.
Yeah, dude.
He's
Well,
way too big.
One of the comic books is like they have that ginormous Batman. That is a style that they draw him in sometimes. So, but yeah, what's the guy's name from Twisters?
Handsome McHandsome face.
Yeah, handsome face guy.
from Top Gun.
Ice
Yeah,
Man,
from
yeah,
Top
the new
Gun.
Ice Man,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
his ice pick from Top Gun 2.
Ice pick.
He's another one of those guys that make me gay.
Yeah,
I get it. I see him and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get why he's. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
why he's
no,
having.
you
having a
you
good year.
should be a movie star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what your job should be.
Like if I was casting movies and he walked in, I'm like, "We're done here.
Yeah, that's
we're,
it.
We're
That's
fine.
the guy. But
Do you want me to read? I
We
don't
can't
care if you
remember
know
his
how to
name
read.
though. We can't remember his name, so he's not having that great of a year.
No, I'll learn it when he like gets probably after I see Twisters. Once he's like the star of a good movie.
Yeah,
because so
he's-
far he's just had bit parts.
Well, he was in a funny Netflix movie.
Oh,
which-
that Hitman movie.
Hitman one.
It was
It
all
was
right.
okay.
It was all right.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's the same guy that. What did he do? I forget now. It doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on to the 50 worst sports movies of all time. Let me throw this up on the screen.
Rocky 5.
You think?
is
Yeah, well,
terrible.
Tommy
versus
Gunn?
Tommy
Tommy
Guns?
Gunn. Oh
Tommy!
my god.
Tommy, you can't be like this, Tommy.
Tommy,
you have AIDS, Tommy.
Did Tommy Gunn have AIDS?
gonna
I don't think anyone has AIDS.
all over me.
Did he have AIDS?
He
or
died.
are you making that up?
No, he died of AIDS in real life. The guy that played him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was a real boxer and he really got AIDS.
Whoa,
Yeah, I think
damn.
he fucked Eazy-E. I have no idea. It was the same time frame.
I thought they just did mouth stuff.
No, he's like, Tommy, you got AIDS.
All right, can you guys guess what the first? This list is from 2011. It says.
I wonder why that
old.
joke wasn't
Oh, that's
landing
old.
with you guys.
I was
is an
also
old
going to say
list.
like the new Space Jam was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron James.
Once again, trying to
Can
compare
you guys
LeBron
guess what
James.
the first one on this list from 2011 is? No, it's
2011.
starring Bernie Mac,
Oh, Mr. 3000.
Mr. 3000.
I liked it.
I thought that
never
was pretty
seen it.
good. You've never seen it?
It's all right.
It's about a
Didn't look very
retired baseball player that gets one of his hits struck from the record. So and he's has a whole business based on having 3,000 hits. So he has to go back to the major leagues and get one more hit. So it's kind of like Happy Gilmore, or not Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, I just thought of another one that should be in my top 10 of good sports
of good.
movies. Brewster's Millions.
Is that a sports movie?
He was a baseball player, and he bought his way back onto the Yankees.
Yeah, but there was no competition at the end.
Yeah,
There was no stakes. There was
I'm
no
trying to think of how that would be a sports
John
movie.
Candy
and I
was
got
a
nothing.
catcher. Come on.
What about I guess the Mr. 3000 wasn't 50. That was just the image they used at the time. 50 is a movie called Here Come the Tigers.
Oof.
I don't. Yeah, this is like the Kmart Bad News Bears, I guess.
Now we're good.
Yeah, not
I'm trying to think of the name of the
D3,
movie.
the Mighty Ducks.
Ha.
Called that one.
Referenced.
The Replacements, starring Keanu Reeves.
What? Get the
That's
fuck
a great
outta
movie.
here.
Fuck you. That's
Yeah.
a good movie. Shane Falco, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, even though Orlando Jones had me taken off a weekend with him, you know what I mean? Like,
Why? Because you're white, or because he hates you,
well,
or both? It could be both.
I don't know. You know, what I think happened was I was hosting that weekend. It was at the old Improv, now the Funny Bone. And I got up and did my 12 minutes, had a really good set.
Okay.
And he brought his own feature. I don't remember the guy's name. He was not good. He ate a big fat dick. And then Orlando Jones got up there and ate a big fat dick. And I don't even blame him. He was doing some heavy lifting following his buddy.
Right.
But he had this closer, and he probably still does it. And I got no hard feelings towards him. But he has this
Sure you
closer. I really don't. I got paid for all the shows I didn't
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
But he has this closer where he's doing the I Will Survive from the movie Replacements, where he's dancing in the
Oh, he's
locker
doing the
room,
dance,
and
yeah.
they're all. Well,
It's
he
evidence that you can't write a joke.
right. Well, you know, movie stars do a lot of comedy.
Yeah,
shows.
movie stars doing stand up. There's a lot of that.
But he, at the end of this, after he ended his, getting ready for the closer, and he was not having a good set, he goes, "You know what, Tampa? At first, I was afraid. I was petrified."
No.
And then all of a sudden he like points to the sound booth and they start playing the music and he starts clapping. And I guess every other show he does, the crowd starts joining in. But Tampa wasn't fucking
Tampa's
having
like,
it.
fuck you.
They just sat there, hands on their knees, and he's just like,
no. And did he do the whole thing?
bro, no, he's like, come on, Tampa, hands together. And they're like, nope, we ain't doing that. I'm in the back of the room pissing myself because I'm like,
Well, that's why you got fired, because you're in the back going,
You're the only one laughing.
Can't help it, dude.
Classic Johnny B.
Yeah. So I'm watching this guy have the worst fucking moment, and then he just loses it. He just says, cut the music. Man, fuck you, Tampa. Fuck you, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, shit, this is great.
well, that's
dude.
really fun. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great weekend.
That's definitely his fault.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong.
So I get called into the office, and he's like, yeah, they want to go with the two-man show the rest of the weekend. Like, and I said, am I still getting paid? Oh, yeah, you're still getting paid. I said, well, I'll be in my underwear playing Madden. Have a great weekend. Yeah.
All right. We can do a few more before we get out of here. I know Matt has a show to go to tonight. Every
We got
Wednesday.
like 10 or 15 minutes.
Every Wednesday at Divine Brewing, you'll catch either me or Matt hosting the open mic, and it's free.
That's
and
right.
if you're a comedian, you get a free beer.
Yeah.
So check
And you
out.
need to sign up early with Matt on Facebook.
Yeah.
Unless you're me, I'm going to show up tonight and figure out who I want to bump.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about coming and bumping someone.
It's so
You guys,
fun,
you
dude.
guys are nailing it. Everything you've said so far is correct.
I'm thinking about, like, do I want to bump someone?
I walk in, Matt's like, do you want to go up? And I just look at the list and I go, who do I want to?
Who do I want to
Who do I
fuck?
want to ruin?
Yeah. Yep.
You did. Oh man, you
Boom.
did that to Law on an actual show. We
I
also do
know.
shows every second Saturday, and
Yes.
I made the mistake of getting Johnny B a guest set, and Law was featuring, and man, it was so bad. Law left without getting paid.
I feel
that's how
bad.
bad he did.
Oh,
He
no.
walked right off the stage, didn't come up to me and say, "Can I get money?" He just left.
Well, the bad part was,
Yeah, just
my
put your
wife
head
and
in the
I,
sand.
we just happened to be in the neighborhood having dinner, and I go, look at this. There's a show tonight. John Jacobs is headlining. We got Law Smith, Matt. These are all my buddies. I go, let's pop in and just have a beer, you know. And then Matt's like, you want to do 10 minutes? So I get up there.
It was
and
a
then
mistake.
the bad part was where I really shouldn't have piled on. I'm on Instagram posting stories while he's bombing with little gifs of bombs next to his
I forgot
feet.
about that.
Oh, just
You
so
know?
mean.
Just like, and then he comes off stage and I pull one of my favorite lines when somebody's having a bad night.
Kill yourself.
No, that's too easy. I just put my arm around him and went, dude, this ain't for everybody, man. You know? It's just,
He just filmed his special.
Yeah.
I heard it did not go well.
no, that means it's great.
That means
That's
it's gonna
what
be
I
good.
wanted.
Yeah. Law will probably be famous before all of us. All right, one more movie. Do you guys remember this one? The Bear with Gary Busey.
No.
No. Okay. Well, then let's not talk about it then.
Sounds great.
It's about him being Bear Bryant. I guess he's a coach.
I was going to say, there's nothing athletic about Garrett Busey.
How
The
does he
Legend of
motivate-
Bagger Vance. Is that a good one?
That's a bad one.
a bad
Will
one.
Smith as a caddy.
He's a ghost caddy.
He's isn't he a ghost at the end of the movie? He wasn't even. He just disappears into a golf course or something.
yeah,
I
that's
see
right,
black
yes.
people.
He disappears into a golf course like Donald Trump's ex-wife. Just
Good one.
buried. Good one. Yeah, you laugh. Fuck you. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Check out what are you guys' websites? Because we could just go to your websites and see your schedules.
JohnnyBComedy.com.
MattFernandezWorld.com.
And it's at Matt Fernandez World
On
on
Instagram.
Instagram and at Johnny B Tampa on Instagram.
Everything.
I'm at John J S Planet on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to follow at Something Planet Podcast on Instagram and check out johnjcomedy.com. Thank you guys for clowning around with me this afternoon. I appreciate you being here, and we'll have you back soon.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude.
Good night.